impurities. This is a theme that comes up a lot. Why is this place so full of suffering? What's wrong? Why would our Buddha have created such a situation? If this realm is generated by his perfections, what kind of perfections are these? The Buddha, knowing his thoughts, said to him, "What do you think? Are the sun and moon impure? Is that why the blind man fails to see them? Or when it's cloudy, is that why it appears to be darkened? Does that mean the sun and the moon themselves are impure?" And Shariputra replied, "No, world-honored one, that is the fault of the blind man's eyes. The sun and the moon are not to blame. Or if it was cloudy, we might say, that's because it's cloudy. The sun and the moon are not less bright. Above the clouds, the sky is blue and the sun is bright." Shariputra, it is the failings of living beings that prevent them from seeing the marvelous purity of the land of the Buddha, the Tathagata. The Tathagata is not to blame. Shariputra, this land of mine is pure, but you fail to see it. So here we are with the kingdom is already spread out upon the earth, but you don't see it. We're coming really close to some Jesus teaching here. At that time, one of the Brahma kings with his conch-shaped tuft of hair said to Shariputra, "You must not think that this Buddha land is impure. Why do I say this? Because, to my eyes, Shakyamuni's Buddha land is as pure and spotless as the palace of the heavenly being, Great Freedom." Shariputra said, "When I look at this land, I see it full of knolls and hollows, thorny underbrush, sand and gravel, dirt, rocks, many mountains, filth, and defilement." And the Brahma king said, "It is just that your mind has highs and lows and does not rest on Buddha wisdom. Therefore you see this land as impure. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva treats all things and beings, each one of them, with perfect equality. His deeply searching mind is pure, and because it rests on Buddha wisdom, it can see the purity of this Buddha land." The Buddha then pressed his toe against the earth, and immediately the 1,000,000,000-fold world, the universe, I guess, was adorned with hundreds and thousands of rare jewels, till it resembled jeweled adornment Buddha's jeweled adornment land of immeasurable blessings. All the members of the great assembly sighed in wonder at what they had never seen before, and all saw that they themselves were seated on jeweled lotuses. And there's a huge assembly gathered here. Miraculously, they all are all of a sudden sitting on these wonderful jeweled lotuses. The Buddha said to Shariputra, "Now do you see the marvelous purity of this Buddha land?" Shariputra replied, "Indeed I do, world-honored one. Something I have never seen before and never even heard of. Now all the marvelous purity of the Buddha land is visible before me." Then the Buddha said to Shariputra, "My Buddha land has always been pure like this. But because I wish to save those persons who are lowly and inferior, I make it seem an impure land full of defilement. That's all. It is like the case of heavenly beings. All take their food from the same precious vessel, but the food looks different for each one, depending upon the merits and virtues that each possesses. It is the same in this case, Shariputra. If a person's mind is pure, then he will see the wonderful blessings that adorn this land. When the Buddha in this way revealed the marvelous purity of the land, the 500 sons of rich men who accompanied jeweled accumulation, all were able to grasp the truth of birthlessness. And 84,000 persons all set their minds on attaining Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, perfect enlightenment. The Buddha then released the supernatural power that he had exercised with his toe, and the world returned to its former appearance. 32,000 heavenly and human beings who wished to pursue the path of the voice hearer, Shravaka, the normal Buddhist disciple, understanding that all things are impermanent in nature, cast off the dust, removed themselves from defilement, and attained the pure Dharma eye. And 8,000 monks, ceasing to accept the phenomenal world, put an end to all outflows and gained emancipation of mind. That's a very powerful teaching. If you give it time to sink in, maybe it won't take much time to sink in. Immediately upon hearing it, my heart understands and is relieved. Maybe your heart is as well. I don't want to sully that with more words. So we will now come to an end at 8 minutes exactly.